So if there's any area of HTML5 which has the weakest support, it is in the audio department. The HTML5 audio tag is very similar to the video tag. You're able to play back simple audio files, say an MP3 or some other type of audio format, but the latency of the audio is really bad, and it doesn't really give you a lot of low-level control over audio. And that's why you see, for instance, a lot of HTML5 examples, let's say people have built games in HTML5, they actually use Flash behind the scenes to handle the audio because that audio support is so shaky. Now, I will be talking in the next movie about some of the stuff that is being done to improve that, but just be aware that the audio support currently is not in the best of shape. So in the exercise files, I have a couple of audio files for you. One is called music.mp3 and the other is music.ogg, and I've just copied those both to the desktop. And this is the same issue that I showed you in the last tutorial, which is essentially that there is no single audio file that's going to allow you to go across all browsers, because currently Firefox does not support MP3. So you need to use this OGG audio format to reach Firefox. And much like I showed you again in the last movie, we can use this online convert tool to actually convert our audio files as well. So I've taken that MP3 file and just come to this convert audio to the OGG format page, uploaded it, and again, it did all this conversion for me online and gave me that OGG file. Now I'm going to play the MP3. This is something I created in GarageBand. So let's go over to Sublime Text. And much like the video tag, all I'm going to do is to drop in an audio tag here. And it's very similar in that I can put in a source element. So let's say music.mp3. I can add some controls if I want to give people the ability to control the audio. If I wanted it to be, say, invisible audio when I went onto a page, I could just leave out the controls. And again, I could put in something here, audio not supported, in case there's any browser that people are in that doesn't support this. So let me refresh this. And we can see we now have those same type of controls that we had for video, but I can play that audio file back on the page. Now, much like I showed you before, if we want to put in multiple source elements, which you're going to want to do if you want to reach all browsers, we can do that in the same fashion. We say music.mp3, so I'm putting the mp3 first. Again, I'm going to add the MIME type here, audio/mpeg. And I'm going to put in that other source element. This is the music.ogg, in case you're in Firefox. And the MIME type is audio.ogg. And then again, I can put this back in just in case audio is not supported. For the sake of it, let's just remove the controls. And I can put in autoplay here so that it actually starts playing as soon as I refresh the page. So you can see that the workflow for HTML5 audio is almost identical to the workflow for video. And that same movie that I showed you about how to control the video with JavaScript, it's essentially the same technique to control the audio with JavaScript. The APIs are very, very similar. So again, you can do some very basic things with HTML5 audio. Let's say you were in a band and you wanted to have your music on your website. It's definitely a good option for things like that. If you're trying to build a really kind of explosive game, well, first of all, Flash is a better choice for that anyway. But the audio support is one of the biggest hurdling blocks that you have to deal with when dealing with HTML5 audio.